The needle pierced my skin like a betrayal, cold and unforgiving, as Jordan's hand trembled against my arm. "This will change everything. Alex," he whispered, his voice cracking with desperation. Eyes locked on mine in the dim light of our shared apartment in Brooklyn. But as the serum coursed through my veins, igniting a fire that twisted my very essence, I realized too late that my best friend, the one I'd trusted with my life, had just shattered who I was forever. We'd been inseparable since high school in the bustling streets of New York City. Jordan Hayes, the charismatic alpha with a smile that could light up Times Square. And me, Alex Rivera, just a regular beta trying to make it as a graphic designer. Our friendship was the kind that people invite late-night talks on rooftops overlooking the Hudson, sharing dreams under the glow of neon signs, and pulling each other through the rough patches life threw our way. Jordan came from a wealthy family in Manhattan, his parents owning a chain of biotech firms that dabbled in cutting-edge genetics. He was always the protector, the one who stood up for me when bullies targeted my quieter nature. On the other hand, was the son of immigrant parents from Puerto Rico, working 2 jobs to afford my tiny studio before Jordan convinced me to move in with him. "We're family, man," he'd say, clapping me on the back. Little did I know how literal that would become. It started innocently enough, or so I thought. One evening, after a grueling day at my design firm, I came home to find Jordan pacing the living room, his usual confidence replaced by a haunted look. "Alex, I need to talk to you about something serious," he said, his voice low as he poured us both whiskey from the bottle we'd saved for celebrations. He told me about his family's secret research serum designed to alter secondary genders. In our world, where alphas dominated, betas blended in, and omegas were rare and often marginalized, this was revolutionary, or dangerous, depending on how you looked at it. Jordan's parents had developed it to help omegas in distress, but he'd discovered they were planning to weaponize it, selling it on the black market to control populations. "I stole a vial," he confessed, pulling a small glass tube from his pocket. "If I can prove what they're doing, expose them, we can stop this. But I need your help. You're the only one I trust." My heart raced. I'd always been drawn to Jordan in ways I couldn't explain, a pull that went beyond friendship. Maybe it was his scent, that alpha musk that made my knees weak on bad days. But I pushed it aside, nodding. "What do you need me to do?" That night, we pored over documents he'd smuggled out, hidden in encrypted files on his laptop. The serum could rewrite DNA, turning betas into omegas temporarily or permanently if dosed wrong. It was meant for medical use, but in the wrong hands, it could force submission, create dependencies. Jordan's eyes burned with fury as he explained how his own father had tested it on unwitting subjects. As the hours ticked by, exhaustion set in. We ordered pizza from our favorite spot in the village, laughing about old times to ease the tension. But then, a knock at the door shattered the calm. Jordan froze. "That's not the delivery guy." Before I could react, the door burst open. 2 burly men in suits stormed in hired goons from his family's company. No doubt. They grabbed Jordan, pinning him against the wall. "Hand over the vial, kid," one growled. In the chaos, I lunged for the coffee table where the serum lay. A fist connected with my jaw, sending me sprawling. Jordan shouted my name, breaking free momentarily. He snatched the vial and, in a split-second decision, jabbed it into my arm. "I'm sorry," He mouthed as the world blurred. The pain was immediate, a wildfire spreading from the injection site. My body convulsed, senses heightening unnaturally. Sense assaulted me, Jordan's dominant aroma now intoxicating. Overwhelming. The goons hesitated, confused, giving Jordan the opening to fight back. He disarmed one, knocking the other out with a lamp. By the time the police arrived, called by neighbors hearing the commotion, I was curled on the floor, sweating, my biology rewriting itself. Jordan knelt beside me, his hand on my forehead. "It's okay, Alex. I had to. They were going to take you." The hospital confirmed it. The serum had triggered my transformation into an omega. Permanent. Doctors explained it in clinical terms: heightened pheromones, heat cycles, fertility. But to me, it felt like violation. "Why me?" I whispered to Jordan in the sterile room, tears streaming. He looked devastated. I panicked. "I thought if you were omega, your pheromones would distract them. Alphas are wired to protect." It worked. But God, Alex, I'm so sorry. Sorry didn't cut it. I moved out the next day, crashing on my cousin Maria's couch in Queens. The city that once felt like home now overwhelmed me. Very alpha's gaze lingered too long. My new instincts screaming submission. Quit my job. Too ashamed to face colleagues. Jordan called endlessly, leaving voicemails pleading for forgiveness. Weeks blurred into a haze of isolation. My first heat hit like a tsunami. Alone in Maria's apartment while she was at work. The agony was unbearable, cravings for touch. For an alpha's knot. I resisted calling him, but my body betrayed me. Dialing his number in delirium. He arrived within minutes, bursting through the door. "Alex, let me help." His presence soothed the fire immediately, his scent wrapping around me like a blanket. We didn't speak. Instinct took over. His hands on my skin, gentle yet commanding, as he guided me through the heat. It was my first time with anyone and it felt right. Terrifyingly so. In the aftermath, tangled in sheets, he held me close. "I love you," he confessed softly. "I've always loved you. That's why I couldn't lose you." My heart shattered and mended in the same breath. "You turned me into this," I accused, but my voice lacked conviction. Deep down, I felt the bond forming, that omega-alpha pull unbreakable. We tried to make it work. Jordan cut ties with his family, going public with the evidence. The scandal rocked the biotech world, headlines in the New York Times about unethical experiments. His parents were arrested. The company dismantled. Jordan funneled the inheritance into advocacy groups for omega rights. But guilt lingered. "I stole your choice," he said one night as we walked Central Park. Autumn leaves crunching underfoot. "How can you forgive me?" "Because you're my best friend," I replied, leaning into him. "And more. This change. It's scary. But it's me now. And with you, I feel whole." Our relationship deepened, passionate and tender. Stolen kisses in subway cars. Lazy Sundays in bed watching old movies. Jordan was attentive, learning omega need scent, marking me protectively in crowds. Cooking meals to ease my sensitivities. Yet, shadows loomed. Whispers from old friends questioned our dynamic. Did he force this? I defended him fiercely, but doubt crept in during quiet moments. Was this love? Or manipulation born of circumstance? Then, the test came back positive. pregnant. My hands shook holding the stick in our bathroom. The Empire State Building visible through the window. Jordan found me there, eyes widening in shock. Then joy. We're having a baby. He breathed, pulling me into his arms. But fear gripped me. What if I'm not ready? What if this is all because of what you did? He cupped my face, thumbs brushing tears. Trust me. I'll stay. Through everything. We're in this together. As my belly grew, so did our bond. Prenatal classes in Midtown, where other couples shared stories. Jordan was there for every ultrasound, his hand in mine as we heard the heartbeat. We decorated a nursery in soft blues and greens, dreaming of our child's future. Challenges arose: morning sickness that left me bedridden. Societal stares at a male omega carrying. Jordan shielded me, advocating fiercely. Our family is valid, he'd say, joining protests for equal rights. One stormy night, complications hit. Preeclampsia, the doctor said, rushing me to Mount Sinai Hospital. Jordan never left my side, his voice steady amid the beeps and monitors. Stay with me, Alex. Our baby needs you. The delivery was grueling, but when our son, Elijah, cried his first breath, the world righted itself. Jordan held him first, tears streaming as he whispered, "He's perfect." In recovery, exhaustion mingled with euphoria. Jordan climbed into the bed, cradling us both. "I promise, I'll always stay. You turned my life around, Alex." From best friend to soulmate. Looking at our family, I realized the transformation wasn't just physical. It forced us to confront truths about love, forgiveness, identity. In America's melting pot, where differences clashed and united, we'd forged something unbreakable. Years later, watching Elijah play in our backyard in upstate New York, Jordan and I reflected. "Would you change it?" He asked softly. I shook my head. No. It led us here. Our story wasn't just survival. It was a testament to resilience, proving that even in darkness, love could bloom. But life tested us further. Elijah started school, facing bullies who mocked his two dads and my omega status. Jordan and I volunteered, educating on diversity. Family comes in all forms, we'd say. Jordan's past resurfaced when a lawsuit from former employees dragged us into court. Testimonies painted him as the villain, the one who'd wielded the serum. Doubt resurfaced in Had he truly panicked? Or was there intent? Confrontation came in our kitchen. Elijah asleep upstairs. "Tell me the truth," I demanded. "Did you mean to turn me?" Jordan sighed, sinking into a chair. "Part of me. Yes. I was selfish. I loved you, Alex, and saw a way to bind us. But I regret the pain it caused." The admission stung, but honesty healed. "We move forward," I said, extending my hand. Therapy followed, rebuilding trust brick by brick. Our advocacy grew. We founded a foundation supporting those affected by gender alterations counseling. Legal aid. Jordan spoke at conferences, sharing our story anonymously at first, then openly. Mistakes don't define us. Growth does. Elijah thrived, inspired by our resilience. At his high school graduation, he hugged us both. "Thanks for showing me what love looks like." In quiet moments, Jordan and I stole away to our old Brooklyn spots, reminiscing. "Trust me, I'll stay," he'd whisper, echoing that fateful night. And he did. Through trials, our love endured, a beacon for others. In a world quick to judge, we proved that transformation could lead to profound beauty if met with courage and compassion. The end came not in drama, but peace. As elders, we watched sunsets from our porch, hands intertwined. "Best decision I ever made," Jordan murmured. "Mine too," I replied, heart full. Our legacy, a family built on forgiveness. A reminder that even broken paths could lead home.